I'm John Belcaster, the General Counsel of MSCHF. MSCHF is a venture-backed startup company, art collective. Renowned Warhol biographer, New York Times critic Blake Kopnick has said that MSCHF is the most Warholian artist since Andy Warhol himself. If MSCHF were around in the late 60s when the United States Supreme Court decided the case of Tinker versus Des Moines, we would indisputably have been characterized by the Supreme Court as crackpots.
Have you seen this one, the big red boots? It's been all over Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, you name it.
On the feet of seemingly endless celebrities and also influencers.
How'd you get these on?
What do you mean?
How did you get these on?
Like they're a size 10.
You asked, what are the origins of the big red boot? The answer, page 363, verbatim. MSCHF set out to translate the gesture of a cartoon shape into a real-life wearable object, creating the big red boot's surreal form. This boot shape is generally familiar on a subconscious level, despite being specifically sampled from Astro Boy. People constantly compare Big Red Boot to footwear worn by Sonic, Mario, Bart Simpson, or Mickey Mouse, even though these characters' shoes are extremely distinct. There's a platonic ideal cartoon boot in the general public's head that is shaped by all of these representations. And it is this that the Big Red Boot taps into. So, the origin of the Big Red Boot, again, was our effort to comment on the culture, critique the culture by participating in the culture. End of chapter 1. We created only 200 Big Red Boot at the onset. When we put it up for order, we were subjected to an onslaught of incoming DDoS attacks, bots trying to grab our systems, tamed down in essence. We couldn't handle the load. Began trying to track infringing usage, unauthorized usage. And anytime it was brought to our attention via, an Instagram post, other social media posts that found others claiming in some ways that they were the source, I did a search for a service provider that could help us do that. It turned out that Mark Vision was a firm that was going to suit our needs better than the incumbents. Now, why is that? Given the scale of the knockoffs, it became pretty clear early on when we were doing our diligence that we needed somebody that had, in essence, a machine to help us do it. As proliferation of knockoffs 2 years hence continues to unfold, the machine capabilities of Mark Vision enable us to stay on top of that curve, so we're going to be well served. See the iconic Coca-Cola bottle shape, and you say, that is a Coca-Cola product. You see the iconic teardrop outline of a candy in a foil wrapper, and you immediately say, that's a Hershey Kiss product. Only 7 months have spanned between dropping the Big Red Boot in our request to the United States of America that they deem this as so distinctive that when the outline of that boot is placed, folks immediately say MSCHF. So that's the challenge. Initially, the United States of America said, nice try, MSCHF, see you later. That's initially. And in a second, I can tell you how Mark Vision came to the rescue. But you have to ask me a question about that first. Mark Vision helped us develop data on the number of such knockoffs that were out there, who was doing the knockoffs, and provided a robust report with all kinds of granular data. And then that report was submitted to the USPTO, and honest to goodness became a principal ingredient of ours to have the USPTO rethink and reorientate itself as to how an applicant such as MSCHF could meet the threshold test of a demonstration of acquired distinctiveness. Whether you are a brand whose product has become viral, or you're an artist whose product has become viral without any deliberative expenditure of your own on that virality, one still might be entitled to certain protections being applied. If you need any help on that, I would look first to the folks that we look from, and that's Mark Vision.